conditions are a way to add value to our projects. We use the European taxonomy. I don't know, you've probably heard of it a lot over the last few days. Right now we've gone a step further, which is the CSRD directive. It's a European directive for corporate sustainability reporting. And that's going to make everyone, every company, every big company in the next few years to have to report on sustainability. So there is no longer the possibility of not being sustainable. It's going to be very, very hard. So whenever there is a building that's going to last for more than 2 years, which is when this is going to start to be in place, which is probably every building that's being built right now, everyone should be thinking about this. Because the opposite could mean that your building is sort of out of the market as well. You are going to have to report on that. So let's make sure that all the buildings really are aligned with the European taxonomy, which is a European framework to measure sustainability with a bunch of indicators that go beyond just energy consumption. They also take into account water consumption. They take into account carbon emissions, but also other kind of emissions. They take into account the amount of waste that your building is producing. They take into account the materialization of your building. So all those things need to be considered. And not only because buildings will be out of the market if they don't align with the European taxonomy, but also because banks are already using the taxonomy, or so is the idea. As Francisco and I were talking a second ago, not every bank has this landed yet, but this is the pathway because Europe is saying so. The taxonomy is going to help banks to have a common framework to evaluate whether an investment is worth the money or not. So if your project is not sustainable, you might not be getting the amount of money from the bank that you might want, or you would be getting it at a much worse condition.